Okay, so hey everyone. Today I want to talk about the Turok remasters, and specifically the console version. I've already done a video for the PC version, but there are some differences between them. The first of which is the PC version had centered the Deadzone wherever your stick was at the time of launching the game. Here, it's always centered, just like most games' Deadzones are. But otherwise, this version's Deadzone is about 45%. It's kind of circular, but it meets at these points, which make it a little more squarish. 45% is a colossal Deadzone. You can see just how much stick movement I can make without anything occurring in-game. This is actually increased over the PC versions, which was about a 35% square. There are restricted diagonal regions. You can see I'm making these bobbing motions, but I'm moving perfectly left. I could point at a very obvious angle and still be moving perfectly left, perfectly up, perfectly right, and perfectly down. Is until I break into these green regions where you start seeing diagonal movement occur. Something that you might have noticed since I started moving the stick is that the minimum acceleration is extremely fast. This is basically the minimum acceleration you can access. And I'm not sure why it starts this fast. Maybe the acceleration wasn't scaled around the Deadzone. Maybe they decided to start it. Maybe this is how it originally was on the N64 and they tried to preserve it. I'm not sure. Otherwise, after it's starting fast, it kind of gradually increases until it hits its cap. But because the acceleration starts so fast, it makes it very difficult to try to make precise adjustments and line up shots towards targets that are far out. And even tracking targets with this minimum speed can be too fast. If a target's beyond a certain distance, you just won't be able to track them without having to kind of more erratically do it, because it's too fast to track them with just the stick input. This specifically can be addressed slightly by changing the smoothing. It's called turn acceleration, but it is smoothing, and what this does is cause your turn rate to build up over time. So it starts at 0 and then builds up to the speed you've selected. So as you can see, I can make full pegging motions, and it's much less jerky than it was before because it's starting slower. And this option controls how long it takes for your turn rate to build up. So if you max this option, it'll take quite a while to build up, and if you lower it like it was before, it kind of starts out almost immediately, and you can see just how kind of clunky it is right now. And bring it back up just to recompare that. So I'm making these same movements, and you can make much smaller adjustments like this. You still need to make a lot of these kind of tapping inputs just to reset how slow it starts, because the normal speed, it will build up to the normal speed, which is too fast for certain tracking and adjustment motions. But those are the issues, and it's unfortunate that the game plays this clunkily. There was a lot of opportunities to improve the controls and make aiming feel quite a bit smoother than it is currently. With a Deadzone this large, it's going to make any game feel clunky, even if every other aspect was done well. But we also have restricted diagonal regions and very fast starting acceleration, which can be mitigated with smoothing, but it's unfortunate you'd have to do that to make it more playable. Of course, this game is playable with these issues. It is just quite a bit clunkier than it really needs to be. But that about covers it. All these issues do apply to the sequel as well. They're exactly the same. So it's not any better or any worse in the sequel if you pick that up. But yeah, that covers everything. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.